Here with Anick. Now, you are a very positive person. Can you put a positive spin on an 11-0 vote?
There's a lot of positive things that are going to come out of this because I'm having this conversation with you. Huh?
Yeah, see, this is why we don't talk in the small talk section. So Paul justified it by saying that he wanted to go after the people that stepped off the ice first. Do you think that was the real reason, or was there something more sinister about it?
No, my gut tells me that people saw me as a threat right away because I'm a really positive person and because I work with energies. People thought maybe I was like kind of psychic and I knew things that people didn't know. And I thought that that was just kind of an excuse to use that.
You said that you were surprised by the vote. Like, did people tell you stuff and then just like went back on their word, and who specifically?
Yeah, definitely. I was extremely surprised. I was completely blindsided because I had all the guys' votes. I had Kenny, Andrew, John, Arlie, Adele. I had Sarah, and I'm missing John. Did I say John? I had 7 votes, and they all said that they wanted me in the house, and I told them, just kick me out later. Like, don't worry about it. Just kick me out later. Just keep me in for at least 1 week. And they all said, yeah, no problem. I got their votes. I knew I didn't have the girls' votes, but yeah, completely blindsided.
Why do you think that you didn't have the girls' votes? They're just not down with the...
Love Revolution.
Yeah.
They're completely not down with the Love Revolution. I felt like I was in high school all over again. And there was like a clique that was formed. And it was like the Let's Not Like Anick clique, which is the story of my life.
That rhymes.
Yeah, it does. And it was just like they were obviously threatened by me because I was hanging out with the guys a lot. I have 2 older brothers. I've always hung out with guys. I've always been athletic. And I like to have fun. And I don't like to hang out and talk about non-fun, just superficial things. I like to have intense conversations, and the girls just weren't having it. And I was just not relating with any of the girls.
You know, Kyle and Ika in particular had like really harsh goodbye messages. Were you surprised?
Kyle told us that he was going to do that. And as much as he had a really harsh message, I still like Kyle, and I know deep down inside he actually did truly like me. I know he told me at the beginning, he's like, Anick, I thought you were a complete kook at the beginning, but I actually really like you, and I'm really sad that you're on the block. Ika, I'm not really surprised. She is not a very positive person. She's your typical, she's a typical woman that is just threatened by other women and is just not really positive. But I was really surprised with Netta's message. That was like harsh. I was like, ugh. That was not very nice. And I wasn't really surprised by that because of the clique that was really being formed. But I just thought that was a little low blow.
Can you tell me more about this clique? Like, were there alliances that we haven't seen? Because kind of it was just like Paul nominated you and then poof, you're gone, So like, was there stuff that we didn't see? Like, was there an alliance that we didn't see?
Well, the girls at the beginning wanted to stick together. And I'm not sure if they're talking alliance because really if the girls just got together, I don't think they'd be much of a threat physically or in the challenges. So even if they made an alliance, I don't even think that would really help them. Their whole strategy was to really flirt with the guys and try to get their votes that way. There was definitely some alliance talk. I think there's an alliance going on with Andrew and Kenny and some of the guys. I know of a few others. But the girls, I think they're just going to be floaters in the game.
How tough is it when you go through the whole casting process and you get sort of like evicted first? Like, is it kind of like, oh my gosh, why did I do this? Or is it kind of like, well, I had a great experience. I'm ready to continue my normal life, go back to being, is it Reiki or Reiki?
It's Reiki.
Reiki, okay, I was way off. Both of my guesses were just, that was like the worst. But is there a part of you that's like, okay, well, now I can just like slide back?
There's like a lot of different emotions that happen because I really thought that I wasn't going to be the first one out. And it's kind of like almost like it's like going into a competition and not winning. It's like you kind of feel like a big fat loser. But I know that everything happens for a reason and there's a plan for me. And I believe in my destiny and I believe that everything is happening for a specific reason and there's a bigger plan out there for me. So there's a mixed feelings. My ego's like, ah, Nick, you're a big loser. And then my spiritual side's like, no, Nick, that was a lovely experience. And you made your mark, and you have the opportunity to have these conversations with you, and I have the opportunity to tell Canada about myself and talk about my dreams, which I've never had the opportunity to do that before. And I'm hoping that a lot of doors open up through that. I'm like a salesperson. That's really my full-time job, is sales. And maybe I'll have the opportunity to have a career in Reiki. So I am looking forward to these new opportunities that come my way.
Was there anything that you regret? Is there anything that you would change?
Yeah, if I could go back, which I hate talking about regrets, because really we shouldn't regret anything because everything happens for a reason. It was not to be the first one off the block. Because I walked in there and thinking, whatever, just don't be the first one. But my feet were killing me. And I was like, whatever, I'll get off the block first. And then they won't see me as a threat. But that backfired. Boom, 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 boom.
And what do you think of Paul?
I think Paul's a smart man. And he asks very intelligent questions. There are no innocent statements. There are no innocent statements. Everything is purposeful, and he knows the game inside out. But he is a threat in the game, and everybody kind of knows that because he's a motivational speaker and he is knowledgeable in behaviorals. So that's gonna be interesting. But I don't see him winning the show.
I really found it interesting when you talked to Arissa and she said, who do you think is going to win? And you said Kenny, because online, all the fans are saying it was going to be like a Kenny and a Nick showdown, So it was very interesting when you said that. What is it about this guy? Everybody that I've talked to is picking the beard. Every single person. What is it about this guy?
I love Kenny. Me and Kenny had such a great bond. He was like a brother to me in the house. We had really good spiritual talks. We had really good moments together. I just think he's a genuine guy, and he's gone through a lot of struggles in life. And I would just love to see someone with a big heart win the show. And I love that Canada wanted to be in a Nick and Kenny showdown. Oh, that is so cool. But here I am.
And what's next for you?
Well, I was hoping to be in the house. So obviously I don't know the plan that's ahead of me. So we're going to have to wait and see. But check my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm going to be all over that shit.
And if you had to guess, which of the house guests, I'm sure you know about the twist now in the secret room, who do you think is going to get voted back in?
Well, I didn't get a chance to get to know them or see them. I hope it's someone that's going to mix things up completely and shake the game. And I'm really, really, really excited to hear about the twist. I'm excited to see the house guests find out, because we've actually talked about that. What if there's other people that are going to come into the house and so.
Everybody said that you were going to be Canada's sweetheart. Are you still Canada's sweetheart?
I hope I'm Canada's sweetheart. I hope I could still be Canada's sweetheart. That's awesome. Thank you, Canada. I love yous all. Let's keep the love revolution going, okay?
Amazing. Anick, thank you so much.